Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to City Skylines. Today, we're checking out Alpha 1.4, which has just come out of nowhere and brings with it some really exciting updates to the game that I think you're all absolutely going to love. A lot of the things in this update are things that have been available in City Skylines through mods in the workshop, but now we have native and vanilla support for these things in the game, and it's much better than any of the mods that have been out there, let's be honest. It's native support, that's a good thing, and it's done very, very well. So the first thing we have, and the most important thing, as I'm sure you can imagine, and I'm sure you've noticed, rocks. Yes, this is the most important thing in update 1.4. No, of course it's not, but we do have rocks. These are new, they are cosmetic, and they are on the coastline. There's big rocks in the water, as you can see. We also have some broken trees and logs about here as well, and I think I might be imagining it, but I'm pretty sure you can actually get down lower with the camera. This seems like something that has changed, to be honest. I have the changelog up beside me, and I don't know if I can see anything there that says the camera can go lower, but it looks to me like the camera goes a little bit lower. The biggest thing in this update is this little button here, which is landscaping tools. Native landscaping tools while you're playing the game. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. It's incredibly important, and it's amazing that it's actually a thing now. Landscaping mods have been around for a good long time, and not only do we have proper landscaping tools, we have contour lines like you'd see on a topographical map, which means you can tell how high something is. So if I want to, say, level this mountain to be about that high, I can right-click and then sort of gently level it out, or click here to up the strength of my brush and just level it all out to be the right height there. If there was one change I would make, it would be the ability to change my brush so it has a sharper edge on it. Also, there's soil availability, which is annoying. If you've been paying attention to my City Skylines Snowfall Let's Play, you'll be aware that I recently fell in love with Fine Road Heights, that mod that lets you have fine adjustments on road heights, funnily enough. It also lets you have fine adjustments on pedestrian paths, and that has now been integrated into the game natively, at least sort of. So, by default, this is what you're looking at when you raise up a path by one step. That's, I don't know what height that is, 9 meters, 3 meters, I don't know. But that's the default one. You can now click down here to lower the step that you raise things. So if I go from here again out to the same distance, I've lowered the step so it goes to there. And you can lower it one step further, and you can go from there to there. And that's kind of excellent. This middle one looks much better than this one, and this one is honestly not all that useful, because that's not really going to go over anything. Can I build? I highly doubt I can build under that. I can? No, I can't. It's going to delete the road above. So you can't build under that. You can build under this one, and obviously the taller one as well. Trees are no longer in the parks category, even though the parks and plazas icon is still trees. That's interesting. But parks and plazas have all been sort of recategorized so that we now have parks and plazas in their own categories. We have other parks in here as well, which contains the Magic theme park, the basketball court, and the tennis court. And then, of course, we have the tourism and leisure category at the end here. Trees have been moved to the landscaping category, and, I mean, there's your trees. They place in exactly the same way that they did, and, yeah, there's really not much exciting about trees, unless you really, really like trees. Next to trees, we have rocks, which look excellent, actually. Those, actually, yeah, they look really good. That's some nice detail on those rocks, considering this is a city builder, and you wouldn't really usually see that level of detail on anything in a city builder, because you're not really supposed to play it like this. But they look good. They're rocks. What more can I say? You can clip them into each other, which will be useful if you want to make a proper little cluster of rocks, and I can see these being super useful for, well, all sorts of things, really. Anything you want to build that's creatively focused is going to look great with these, although you'll want to be very careful with how you clip them together. Otherwise, they're going to look a little bit silly. You can't place small rocks. Oh, you can place small rocks in the water. I'm lying. I had a moment where I couldn't place them out here for some reason, but apparently I now can. No, you can't place these ones out here. Okay. So what are these? That's just a... Oh, it's a little rock. Sort of miscellaneous rocks. It kind of works the same way trees do. Okay. Well, you can place big rocks out in the water if you so desire. And, I mean, you might desire. You could also use these if you wanted to create a sort of sea wall of rocks, and they also sort of move with the terrain, which is very nice. Look at that. Just, whoop, just going back and forth there. Just my rocks are crazy. They're out of control. And they're normal. There we go. They're fine. Let's actually get onto an actual sea wall, shall we? So the last category in the landscaping tools is water structures, which, as you can imagine, I'm very excited about. So water structures are just the best thing to be added in update 1.4. Let me show you. So this is the key. It's basically a sea wall that works like so. You can build it straight across, and the land is just brought up to the height of it, and it's, quite frankly, funnily enough, a sea wall. And it is just the best thing because I can do this with it and just bring it across the whole way like that. And it looks amazing. It really does. I'm so happy with this. I mean, look at it. It's a proper little sea wall. This is something you couldn't do previously without mods. You had to get sea walls as mods and place them awkwardly on the sides of roads, and now these place anywhere you like without roads. It's excellent. I'm absolutely in love with this. This is such a great addition. You also have flood walls, which we'll get to in a minute. But the big thing, canals. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to make awkward canals anymore because the game actually supports them. Look at this. It's a proper canal, and it's so good. It really is. I'm so glad these are a thing. Let's just do a big straight canal through there and let the water flow up and do its thing and fill it up. In fact, that's probably going to be a little bit too deep, but you'll get the idea. It'll work fine. We'll use the medium canal from here and see what we can do. We'll also, yeah, we've got snapping on. That's good. So let's go to there, then take a nice straight turn like that. Then we'll take a straight turn like that, and we'll loop back to there. So that's gonna flow in, no problem, and do its thing. And that's how canals work. That's quite simply how canals work, and it's amazing. I love these. They're so good. I've wanted something like this in Cities Skylines for so long, and it's a thing. It's actually a thing that I'm so happy about. There's a few other things that have been added, but these are the huge additions that I'm so excited about and I'm so glad exist. I am curious to see, can I put this? Oh, that's cool. So you can put your water pumps on the canals. That's a cool thing. You can also, I assume, put the water outflow pipe on canals as well. So in theory, you can have a very controlled water source and sewage output, which that's a nice touch. That's going to be super useful to have. I'm also curious to see if rocks, they cannot be placed in canals. Fair enough. Generally, like I said, that is it for this update. We didn't have a look at the flood walls, but those basically go alongside your canal like this, and that'll just stop them from flooding. It's kind of just a bit of a boost to the height of your canal, and like I said, it's just to stop water from going crazy and flooding your city wherever you have canals. But that, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, is going to be that. If you want canals, if you want them to look proper and like actual canals with vertical walls that are made of concrete, then you can do it. If you want flood walls, you can do it. If you want to build harbors with sea walls, you can do it. If you want rocks and fallen trees, I think you can do it, although I didn't see fallen trees in the trees category, so maybe that one's going to be a little bit more tricky. But I'm sure you'll be able to find those with some mod, and apparently this bit of my canal does not want to fill up. I can sort of understand why, but that's a little bit annoying. Whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, Alpha 1.4 Update 1.4, this isn't Software Inc., is now available for free on Cities Skylines. It should have updated automatically on Steam, and I would highly recommend you go and check it out. It's kind of excellent, and I'm kind of really happy with this. And you can also change your road heights, because, you know, like I said, that's kind of a big deal. Let's just bridge over the canal so we can see what that looks like. Apparently we can't go at that height, so that's great. Let's do a take two on that. Let's just bridge over the canals so we can see what that looks like. So we'll start here. We'll go from here. And apparently we can't bridge over the canals. Interesting. I mean, I'm sure you can, and I'm just an idiot, but whatever. Cities Skylines, Update 1.4. Go check it out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, I did it! Look at that! I bridged over the canal. Okay, well, I don't usually do extra end sections at the end of videos, but I felt like this one was important, so, there you go. You can bridge over a canal. You might just want to do it a little bit higher than you'd perhaps like to. Well, that doesn't look so bad. Unless I can do that. Nope, can't do that. That's... Sure, whatever. Alpha 1. Alpha... It's not software Inc. It's not. City Skylines. I should know this.